Good evening and welcome. Tonight we will be going over the history and geography of Bartın in Turkey. As you can see, it's a very small province here compared to the rest of Turkey. So not much geography to mention other than it has a beautiful coast here on the Black Sea, with the coastal town of Amasra being the hub for beach travelers and beach enjoyers. And the rest of the province here, like this whole northern region of Anatolia, is quite hilly and mountainous and very green. And of course, we'll take a look at those on Google Earth. Sorry if it's a little breathy than usual. I'm at a weird angle and I'm up really close to the mic. Sorry if you can hear my breathing. But this area was pretty hard to research because there's not a lot about it that I could find. I really just found some very vague descriptions of its history. And the most that I found was during its ancient history. So the town of Bartin, you can see here, was originally called Parthenia. It was established in around 1200 BCE by the Kaska people, or the Kaskins. And I didn't see too much about them. There's stuff about them, but not enough that I really wanted to deep dive into this culture because I've never heard of it before and I wanted to know a lot more. But they sound, from what I could gather, like the indigenous peoples here of the Black Sea coast in Anatolia, and were very closely linked and eventually merged with the Hittites. So over time, this land became controlled by the Hittites and would later fall into the control of the Phrygians, the Sumerians, the Lydians, of course, and then later the Greeks. And the Greeks loved this place, apparently. They established the town here. It was originally called Sesamus, I believe, and it's mentioned in the Iliad. Just a fun fact. It would later be called Amasra, which is how it got its name, but that was during the Persian time. So after the Persians controlled the region, the Roman Empire would come in and take hold, which would later become the Byzantine Empire, the Eastern Roman Empire, which would later be conquered by the Seljuk Turks. Sorry if I'm going fast, but it's a history in a nutshell. The Rus, which we know today as the Russians, sailed across the Black Sea and attacked and sacked Amasra in the year 830. The region would later be gobbled up by a Georgian kingdom, which would later become the Empire of Trebizond, which is a great name, Trebizond. And hello to the Georgians out there that are commenting about wanting more Georgia content. I'm, of course, talking about the country of Georgia, not the American state. I'm going in alphabetical order in regions, so it's going to be a while till I get to Georgia, but I appreciate all of your guys' lovely comments. You're all getting a shout out right now. The Empire of Trebizond would control this area by 1204, and it would later be snatched up by Genoa, the Italian city-state. But of course that would all change by 1392 when the Ottoman Empire invaded, led by, I believe it was Mehmet II, I want to say. And it's been held by Turkish people ever since, all throughout the rise and fall of the Ottoman Empire by 1918 and the Turkish Revolution that would create the country of Turkey we know today, led of course by Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, the father of the Turks. And that's pretty much all I've got for you guys about this little corner of Turkey. Even reading Turkish blogs, travel blogs, people are like, yeah, we just discovered this place and it's just here. we looked around. It was pretty cool. I read a whole travel blog about Amasra that were like, we just showed up and found things to do, and it was neat. There's like no tourism industry here apparently, but they're very open to travel. There's lovely beaches here along the Black Sea that mostly locals enjoy, so it's like a little hidden gem here in Turkey. It's also apparently known for its quaint architecture, mainly in Bartin, but also in Amasra. And there's beautiful forests all around. So, unfortunately, the history portion's nice and small, but we're going to play around on Google Earth. I didn't find a lot, but we're going to poke around and see if we can find some more. So let's just head over to the tablet and check it out. Here we are in Bartin province. Let's zoom out so you can see exactly where we are in the world. So Turkey, as you can see here, consists of all this area here. This part's in Europe, this part's in Asia. This is Anatolia, where we are today. You can see the beautiful Black Sea up here and the Mediterranean down south. Turkey is one of those bridges between Europe and Asia. Turkey's on both continents, but we're on the Asian part in Anatolia along the Black Sea. So let's start by checking out the town here. Let's see if we can find any of those quirky houses that they mentioned. Let's see. I suppose it's like this. That's really beautiful, isn't it? Lovely bridge there. I'm not quite sure what a quirky house would look like. I just read descriptions. I didn't see any examples. So, maybe, oh, those are shops. These look a little Spanish almost, but then there's this big minaret here. It's really lovely, isn't it? It looks like a nice little town. There's some tulips growing. Did you know that tulips come from Turkey? They don't come from the Netherlands. They're originally from Turkey. You can see the sea from out there. I suppose you can just see mostly the river, right? The Gökirmak River. I'm hoping that's how you pronounce it. Or the Bartin Stream. Much easier in English. Bartin, here we go. There's the Bartin Stream. There it goes. So it's right in this area here. Let's check this out. Bartin Kent Museum. Look, there's a little shop here. Or a display of a shop, right? Displayed in this lovely building. Showing you what I guess a typical living room would look like in an old home here in Bartin. There's the neat house. It's very modern, isn't it? Cooking area. A little school room. You can see the Turkish flag, and there's Ataturk right there. Oh, this guy's working away on something, maybe some leather. Lots of big tea kettles here. This kitchen. Yeah, this is kind of cool. It's like a little diorama of how people lived in this area and their clothes. That's pretty neat. This didn't pop up when I was last checking out the city, so I'm glad I found it with you guys. There's a neat diagram of the city there with the rivers flowing through. Old telephones. Is that like a movie camera? Or where you put the film to watch the movies, I mean. Pretty neat. Wow. But yeah, not much else had popped up in the city there. I'm glad that did, so I could take a look at that. Most of what I found was up here in Amasra, which Turkish viewers, you have to let me know if I'm pronouncing everything right. I'm pretty sure I've actually got it this time, but who knows? I could be way off. So let's take a look at this museum, the Amasra Museum. See if there's any cool Roman stuff around. It looks like there certainly is, isn't there? Or Greek stuff, I mean, because this was a Greek town. Lots of beautiful statues. Looks like a custom I'm being very careful because later this week we're going to a place that had a very large Roman city. So I'm trying not to confuse the two. I've already done so when I was scripting and rehearsing. I kept getting facts mixed up between these two. But this was a Greek city, later controlled by the Romans, but really flourished during its Greek time. Look at this big old snaky guy. It's really neat how they carved that. So what's that? Amphorae, right? Outside. Some tablets, I suppose. But then we head out to the beaches. Let's see. Nothing popping up for the beach. Let's turn everything on. There we go. So we can see Amasra Beach. So nice. Black Sea coasts are something else. The more famous ones are Bulgaria, the beaches I mean, but Turkey has some very beautiful ones. I've seen some of them before on my channel. Ooh, look at that crash. Just seems that everything in this province is just very small and quaint, isn't it? Beautiful rocks right there. I've taken a family photo, or a couple photo, maybe. You can see the beautiful waters there. There's a Waffle House? No, there isn't. That's just a place called Waffle House. Imagine. That's like a chain restaurant in America, and the food is like very subpar, but in the best way, you know. Let's check out this island here. Amasra Lookout. Imagine you have a beautiful view of the town here and of the Black Sea. And lovely. What a pretty beach picture there. Very nice, isn't it? Turkish flag there. There's a nice shot at the beach. I like that one. Let's see. What do you think this is? The weeping tree. What does that mean? I don't know if we'll ever find out. Oh, here it is. Sorry for my tummy. I did read that the name for Amasra probably came from a word for weeping willow, like a willow tree. So maybe that's what this site pertains to. Then we have a monastery out there by the looks of it. Let's see. So many stuff popping up with the everything filter on. I should have done that before. Hope it looks like a lot of the same pictures here. Pretty neat. Let's see. I was poking around here, I want to say. I feel like I'd found something there, but I don't remember what it was. To be quite honest. Let's see. Just more beautiful views. Oh, that's so lovely. But I want to show you the rest of this province and see this beautiful park here. Come on. This cave nature park. I'm not going to try. Oh, this isn't the slideshow I saw before. This is neat. This is a different slideshow. Oh my gosh, I'm finding all kinds of new stuff with you guys. This is fun. I used to do lots of videos where we just randomly went to places on Google Earth and discovered together. Maybe I'll bring that back for December. Let me know if you guys want that. But it'd be kind of like this, where we just poke around and find places like this cool cave. Caves kind of scare me. What do you guys think? They're a little eerie how you go inside the earth. I don't know if I like that feeling very much, knowing that the world is above your head. Like all of this is above your head, right? I don't know, that makes me a little unsettled. Okay, where's the slideshow I actually saw? Over here. This one. here we go. So we can see these beautiful mountains here. Much of the northern Black Sea coast is quite rocky, mountainous, and beautifully forested. Isn't that lovely? I just went on a hike in the forest today. My channel members got to see it. I filmed it extensively. Look at the cool stairs you can climb up this rock. But I love these kind of environments. Just being in the woods, in the nature. Oh, beautiful pool here with a lovely waterfall. So nice. Oh, she's doing yoga out here by this cave. That's a lovely photograph, isn't it? Some cabins there. Pathway along the river. You can enjoy nature however you choose. Exploring creepy old places or doing yoga or hiking or just sightseeing. There's lots to see and do out here. Let's find one more spot to look at before we close this video. Let's see what this is. Big old Turkish flag there. Oh, how gorgeous. What a lovely view. Let's close it out here. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this style of content, please consider subscribing. Unfortunately, tomorrow's video, we're not going to have a tablet. We will the one after, and you're definitely going to want to see that because we're going to Switzerland. So you're going to want to see that. But tomorrow we're actually heading over to Moldova and talk about this very tiny farming village, which is actually extremely important today in modern world news. You might guess why if you know where Moldova is located and what major country it borders. That might give you a hint. But if you don't know, be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out. If you learned something cool in this video, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you learned down in the comments. I hope this video was relaxing and educational. It was really short, but I hope it was relaxing and educational. And I hope that you have a good night.